Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Cause what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
Lol.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Yes.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yes. If you look at how the body was moved, it will be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Obviously. It's, you can't move in the suit. Custom, right?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and
Yep.
moved it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without the handle,
Mm-hmm.
all you'd have to do is bend over.
Bend over.
No, that's wrong.
Yep.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
You were wearing it, of course you know what we mean.
You said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
I'm blind as a bat here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend to the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Technically, you could kick the dolly all the way there.
What's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Oh, you're right.
It'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
Lol.
Of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yep.
Isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Yep. There's absolutely no chance the body was... you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help you. Why don't you make something you can take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. The clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't know how you get it off on your own. We don't actually have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Yes.
You really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Of course.
Going up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
True.
That's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
No, duh.
Clear. Whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yes.
Wait, just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Are you sure you didn't plant the picture? Like, take it beforehand?
All got a good look at it, did you not? The image of whoever was in that shot is not the culprit. How do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. That guy? Robo Justice, I mean, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
That's planted evidence.
There's no hurry to decide who did it.
Yep.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Of course.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
Lol.
Don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
Mm-hmm.
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
Are you sure that that photo wasn't there from before the incident happened?
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moved to the top floor of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? And that was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off for a second as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he carefully fell down to a hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. Is it bad? Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead, and that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room. So
And this is when she goes, he tells, as soon as she leaves, Hifumi leaves, and then he hides inside the repository room. He hides, and then as soon as what's called, he disappears in quotation marks, Hifumi goes and gets, he knows that it's about time. They tell, what's called, them that, oh, Hifumi's gone. Oh, so they go look for him. While Hifumi goes and moves the body to the repository room, they go into the room and then lock the door and wait for, Celeste to come by. And that is when Celeste murders Hifumi. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
I smell cologne and sunscreen. My dad is home, and that could only be one answer.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
The question is, how did she find it so quickly, and why was it unlocked when she got there? Why was it locked before she got there? What do you mean he brought milk? What are you talking about? Lol.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Yes, but I just explained it away.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Oof.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Yes.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of
Of course.
Let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Okay, I'm gonna let the car engine leave, and then I'm gonna okay. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka? In order to uncover the truth in the case, I have to find them no matter what.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Okay.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
what makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
He bought Polo Topo. I don't know. Something about that bothers me.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi,
Oh,
or perhaps it was after.
yeah, I got it.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
Shit.
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering.
What's with that Alakazams?
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka
Alright.
came after.
I know who was it. I know how it is.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Oh.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
What? Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think like something weird is going on. How? Do I not have the evidence? Oh my gosh. No one believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Have we already come to end the debate? Well, now the class trial is officially adjourned. But now really who's blackened. Woo! It would appear the one with the most votes is Makoto. Wait, what? However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer is about to graduate. Congratulations. On the other hand, everyone else must be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
What'd you say? Give it another shot? Yep.
I refuse to give up yet.
I can't give up now. Alright, let's try this again.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
How do Oh. I can't figure out how to do this. Alright, we'll try one more time.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3. Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding
Oh, okay.
his death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong.
Is it? Alright.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Yep.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
True.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
The evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi? I feel like there was something. It was the wristwatch. Oh no. W? Oh. How do you spell wristwatch? I? Where's the I? I need an S. S. Wrist. Need a W. What? C. C. H. I think it's an H. H. Wristwatch.
Now I understand.
Complete.
I got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer, because as of last night,
Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointing at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock. How? You know that. Bedtime for the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
True.
Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
Yep.
Right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
True.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Not all of them.
Right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Huh? They keep doing the same one. What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. We have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then
Yeah, but-
we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
Yeah, but what makes you assume he was dead there and then?
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Still making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clear.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Like I said, Hifumi pretended to die. As soon as they went to go to the restroom, quote unquote, Hifumi sneaked out. And then as soon as we went to go tell them that, oh, Hifumi's gone, Hifumi knew, oh, it's time to go pick up Taka's body and go into the repository room. And there they hid until Celeste magically found them dying on the floor. Wink, wink.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Yep.
As we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when her body disappeared.
True.
I knew either of them anyway.
Lol.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared.
Kyoko.
They could have done those things.
So, what about...
Now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.